So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do, today's February 22nd. This is period 5, so you don't have to put P5. That's just for me. We're going to simplify the slope, which is your M. Okay? Simplify the slope, which is your M. So go ahead and write that real quick. All right. So we're going to go ahead and, before we do this, simplify means to put it in another way, which is the same as for example, 6/8. What is equivalent to 6/8? So you have to simplify. So there's two ways to do fractions. Okay. So again, you could divide. So some people already know how to divide. Okay. So I was like, okay, I could divide the 6 and the 8 by 2, which will give me 2 times what is 6? Or 2 times 3. And then you got 2 times 4 will give you 8. Okay. Now some of you guys, because I don't know you guys as far as your math skills, some of you guys might have difficulty dividing. All right, we're not in the classroom, so I really can't see, oh, what do you know? What do you know? And some of you guys, are very quiet, so I can't even determine that. So another way to do this is, instead of dividing, you multiply. You find your multiplications, and then you find your giant ones. Okay, a giant one is like 3 over 3. That's your 1. A giant 1 is like 7 over 7. 100 over 100. That's your giant 1. 100 divided by 100. That's 1. Okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to find your multiplication. So 6 is 2 times 3. And 8 is 4 times 2. Well, do you have your giant 1? Yeah, right here. The 2. The 2's on top and the 2's on the bottom. So there's your giant 1. Now all you have to do is multiply or leave it alone, whatever you have. So here I only have 3. So my answer is 3 over 4. See? It's the same thing. All right? It's the same thing. So whichever way you feel is more comfortable for you, the division or the multiplication. All right? So watch the second one, okay? Now, if you know your division, let's see, I could divide by, I know 25 is 5 times 5, but does that go into 20? Yeah, 5 times 4. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and divide by 5. So what does that mean? 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 5 is 25. All right. I got that. 4 over 5. 4 over 5. Now, what if we do it the second way? All right, let's try it out. Let's try it. See, 20 over 25. Okay, okay, 20 is 2 times 10. And then 25 is 5 times 5. But there's no giant ones. There's only 5s in the bottom, but I need one on the top and one on the bottom to make a giant 1. You don't want a giant 1 on the side, no. So when you're faced with this kind of scenario, look at the 10. You can't even break down the 10, right? So I'll go 2, right there, 2. And then the 10 is 5 times 2. That's your 10, right? And then the 5 times 5, leave it alone. So then what do you have? Do you have a giant 1? Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself because I can't see you guys. So there's your giant 1, right? The 5. So what do we do with the rest? Just multiply them. So 2 times 2 is 4. and 5 in the bottom. And there you go, 4 over 5. 4 over 5. Okay? 4 over 5. Okay? So, is there another way to do this? Okay. Hold on real quick. Okay? So the next one is, let's say, Mr. 20 over 25. That's 4 times 5 is 25. I mean 20. And then 25 is 5 times 5. There's my giant 1. And I'm left with 4 over 5. Okay? 4 over 5. Okay? So that's basically how you do this. How do you feel? All right. So do you prefer the first one? So if you could write something on the chat, do you prefer the first way or the second method? If you guys could type that up, okay? Do you prefer the first method or the second? All right, so let's go ahead and do the first one. 6/12. What is equivalent to 6/12? 6/12. So you need to simplify, okay? So what do? Again, break it down. If you want to do the multiplication, all right. 6 is 2 times 3. And 12, because I could match it with the 3. Oh, I could do 3 times 4 or 2 times 6. Oh, okay. So I'll do 4 times 3. But remember, the 2/4, you could still keep going, right? 2 is 2 times 1. And then 4 is 2 times 2. And there's your giant 1. So your answer is 1/2. Okay, 1/2. Now, if you did it the other way, okay, you could have done 6/12. I could have divided by 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then 3 times 4 is 12. And then I have to keep going. You see, you have the 12/4 here. It's the same. So now you could keep dividing by 2, which is 1 over 2. See, there's so many different ways. Mister, I divided by 6. Well, let's see. 6 over 12 divided by 6. Divided by 6, that's 1 over 2. Well, same answer. Mister, 6/12. I did 6 times 1, and I know 12 is 2 times 6. Well, let's see. 6/12, 6 times 1, and I match it with 2 times 6, which is 12. There's your 1, and it's 1 over 2. So see, I did it 4 different ways. What did you do? All right. So there's a lot of different ways. Mister, can I divide by 2 first? Yeah. Watch. Divide by 2. So 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 6 is 12. But you could keep going. Divide by 3. So that's 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 times 2 is 6. There you go. Same answer. See that? All right, pretty good. How many people got it right? Come on. Let's see. Did you get it right? All right, let's go ahead and do the next one. 16 over 20. So I'm going to do the multiplication. Mister, okay. 16, I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's 2 times 8. So the bottom number, can I get a 2 or an 8? 20? Wait, 20 is 2 times 10. Woohoo! Yeah, I got it, mister. Well, you could keep going. Oh, yeah. 8 is 2 times 4, right? Oh, mister, I know this one. 2 times 5 is 10. Yeah, you got it. There's your giant 1. So my answer is 4/5. Right? You guys got that? See? And then someone might do a different one. Hey, mister, I did it a different way. Which way? Well, I did 4 times 4 is 16. Well, let's see. 4 times 4 is 16. All right, good. And then what about the bottom? Well, I know that I have to do a giant 1 with the 4 because it's on top. 4 times 5 is 20. Yeah, pretty good. 4 times 5. So then I got the giant 1 right there. So my answer is 4/5. Did I do it right? Yeah, you did it right. That's awesome. Right? So that's it. That's it, right? Oh, Mister, I did it a different way. How did you do it? I did 4 times 4, but then I did 2 times 10. And I didn't find a giant 1. Oh, okay. So what did you do? Well, I know that the 4 is 2 times 2 and the other 4, so I just broke it down. Is that right? Yeah, that is correct. Watch this. 2 times 2, 2 times 2. Yeah, that is correct. Oh, and then in the bottom, the denominator, I see the 2. So the 10, I did 2 times 5. Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct. 2 times 5. Yeah. Now what did you do? Oh, well, Mr. Man, I see the giant 1 on the pair of twos, pair of twos. So then there's no more giant 1. So all I did is I multiplied the 2 times 2 on the top, which is the numerator, and I left the 5 by itself, which is the denominator. Is that correct? Yeah, that's right. There you go. 4/5. There you go. Pretty good. Oh, thank you. Nah, yeah, I give you credit. You're a good teacher. Nah. Come on. No, I'm not. Oh, yes, you are. Come on. Nah, it's all good. All right, so that's it on that one. Sorry. So, how about the division? Well, yeah, you could have divided by 4, and that got you 4/5. Right? Or you could have divided by 2. That'll give me 8/10. Keep going. Divide by 2. That'll give me 4/5. See that? So you get 4/5 for all the answers. All right? Any questions? Did you guys like the little play? So 30/40. Who wants to do this one? Oh, I want to do it, mister. I think I could do it. All right. So what do we do? Oh, okay. I'm going to do the multiplication. Okay, go ahead. A 30 is 3 times 10. I know that for a fact. Okay, very good. How about 40? Oh, I know 40 is 4 times 10. I know, because I know my 10. Now what do you do? Well, I see the giant 1, duh. Oh, sorry. There you go. So what's your answer? Well, it's 3/4. 3/4, am I right? Yep, you're right. Very good. Anybody else? Oh, mister, I know how to do it. What do we do? Okay, 30 is 6 times 5. And 40 is 5 times 8. And giant 1 is 5. And I can still break down the 6 and the 8 because 6 is 2 times 3. And the 8 is 2 times 4. And there's your giant 1. And then I got 3/4. Bell. Very good. Wow. See, so there's different ways to do this, right? The first guy did it this way, and I did it this way, right? So there's just so many different ways. Now, what if you divide it? Well, let me divide. I know how to divide. All right, try it. Well, I know that I'm going to divide by 3. Wait, no, because I won't go into 40. I'll go ahead and divide by 10. Top and bottom. All right, so what does that give you? 30 divided by 10 is 3, because 3 times 10 is 30. And 4 times 10 is 40, so it's going to be 4. So my answer is 3/4. Very good. See, so there's so many different ways, guys. There's different ways. There's not just one way. Maybe someone might have done it a different way. Oh, yeah, I did it a different way. I divided by 5. Oh, I'm tired. All right, go ahead and divide by 5. Yeah, 30 divided by 5 is 6. 40 divided by 5 is 8. I can't stop there. I gotta keep going. 6, I could divide the top and the bottom by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And there's my answer. 3, 4. Can I go to sleep now? Sure. Just don't make noise. Okay. All right. All right. I'm back. I'm back, man. Great class participation. Good crowd. Nice. Now let's go ahead and did everybody get it? Yes. Oh, no problem. Hey, no problem. Hey, no problem. All right, good. So on this one, you see how there's a negative in the middle? Your answer is going to be negative. All right, so I'm going to put a negative here. So I won't forget it. Now, let's go ahead and do 8 over 24. So the 8, I'll do the multiplication. 2 times 4, and 24 is 2 times 12, or 4 times 6, right? There's your giant 1. Now the 4 is 2 times 2, and then the 12 is 3 times 4, right? What if someone put 3 times 4? Let's do that. 3 times 4. But you know the 4, you could break it down to 2 times 2. So let's go ahead and do all those. 2 times 2, 3 times, and then the 4 is 2 times 2. There's your giant 1. But what's on top? The giant 1. Not 0, the 1. Right? Because it's 1 times 1, and then the 3 in the bottom. So then I put in my answer, negative 1 over 3. And that's your answer, negative 1 over 3. Okay? Now, if you did division, different ways. Watch this. 8 over 24. I could divide by 8, and that's 1 over 3. Don't forget the negative. Right? I could divide by 2. Right? There's so many different ways. Divide by 2. That's 4 over 12. And then I'm going to divide by 4. 1 over 3. Because 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 4. So far, so good? How many people got them all right? All right. All of them. All of them? All right. So with this problem, you have y is equal to 13 over x minus 1. So let's see if we could graph it, right? So we're going to go y equals mx plus b, which was part of the test you took last week. There's your b, and there's your m. Right? So if we graph it, my starting point is what? 0 comma negative 1 right here. Right? And then you got 13 over 26. Rise, because it's positive, you're going to rise, then run. So we're going to do the arrows. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now it's going out of the graph grid. 26. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. It's going to be all the way over here. You can't graph it. What do we do? So now what we just learned for about 20 minutes is you're going to simplify the fraction. And so instead of finding an equivalent fraction, you find an equivalent equation. All right? So let's do this. 13 over 26 is your m. So now I'm going to divide by 13, which gives me 1 over 2. Or you could have done this. 13 times 1, 26 is 2 times 13. I kind of wrote a big number. I mean, I don't know if some of you guys knew that. And there's your giant 1, the 13. So I'm left with 1 over 2. So now you're going to write a new equation with the simplified fraction, which are equivalent. So let's write a new equation, but they're the same. Okay? So what's my new equation? Y is equal to 1 over 2x minus 1. This is my answer. And now I could graph it. So let's see. Y equals mx plus b. Here's your b. Same thing, right? 0, -1. But now your m, so for those that didn't take the test, you're getting a little review. Rise over run. So 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So here we go. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Now do the opposite. Down 1, go back 2. Down 1, go back 2. And there's your equation. So technically, if you were to graph this, it would be over here. It would still be on the line. It still will be on the line, but we simplified it. And we got that. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a second. All right. So you guys could copy. Yeah. So on this one, again, 20 over 35 is your m, and your starting point is 0, 4. Okay, 0, 4, which is, we know it's going to be right there. There's your 4. Okay, on your y-axis. Never on your x. Never. It's never. You never start there. And then 20 over 35. So let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and divide. Let me see. 20 I could divide by 4. 4 times 5? No, but it doesn't go into 35. Oh, I could divide by 5, which gives me 4 over 7. And that's it. I can't do anymore. 7 times, there's nothing. And then 4. Yeah, I can't do it. Well, what if I did it the other way? 20 is 4 times 5. And then 35 is 5 times 7. And there's your giant 1, which leaves it with 4 over 7 again. See that? Mister, what if I did this? What if I did, I did 10 times 2 is 20, and 5 times 7 is 35. That's okay. But remember, the 10, you could keep going. 5 times 2 is 10, right? So let me go ahead and do the 10. 5 times 2, but don't forget this 2, okay? And then 5 times 7, and then there's your giant 1. And then all you have to do is multiply the top. 2 times 2 is 4 over 7. All right? And then what's my equation? My equation is y is equal to 4 over 7x plus 4. There's your new equation. They're both equivalent. All right? Now we could graph it. Oh, that's going to be easy now. So y equals mx plus b. Okay, there's your 0, 4 still, and then rise over run. Rise over run. So 4 over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then let's go backwards. Oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's your graph. Bam. Okay, so now we could graph it. So all I taught you today was simplify, but you already know how to do all that. So I really didn't teach you anything. It was just a review. And then graph, which you already know how to do, and that's it. So you're just taking stuff from what you've learned before. All right? So far, so good? Yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, we could graph it. but there's not enough room. The graph grid is too small. So what do? Simplify the m, right? So let's go ahead and check this out. Well, can I graph it first? Y is equal to mx plus b. Yeah, I could graph it. Now, in the test on Friday, I gave you some examples like this, and some of you guys put 1. No, 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 no. What is it? What's your starting point? Anybody who's awake? Anybody? I know, mister. I'm awake. Oh, she got it. Aileen got it. Okay, yeah, Aileen, 0. Thank you. So that's 0, comma 0. So that's in the middle, right here. Okay? But negative, oh, I could do the negative is going to go on top, not on the bottom, because it's going to fall over run. But wait, 24, that's too much. I can't go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, and then 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, I can't, right? It's not going to work. So let's find another equation where it'll be the same, but we're going to simplify it. So let's go ahead and remember that it's going to be a negative. So I'm going to put a negative x, all right? So let's go ahead and simplify 24 over 30. 24 over 30. So what do? What do? I know, mister. I know. 24 is 2 times 12. All right. 2 times 12. You sound older. Oh, I know. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to go back to school. And 30 is 2 times 15. All right. 2 times 15. There's your giant 1. What about the 12 and 15? Ah, I know, mister. 3 times. Wait. 5. 3 times 5. Oh, 3 times 4 is 12. And 3 times 5 is 15. There's your giant 1. So your answer is 4/5? Yes, mister. Yes. Good. Thank you for participating. Good job. See, you could have done it a different way, right? 24 over 30. I could have done, let's see, 6 times 4. And 30 is 6 times 5, right? There's your 4 over 5. Same thing. Oh, I could have divided. Hey, yeah, mister, I divided. What'd you divide by? Well, I divided by 2. All right, go ahead. Divide by 2. What'd you get? I got 12 over 15. Can you keep going? Yep, you sure can. I divided by 3 again, a 3. That'll give me 4 over 5. Oh, nice. Thank you for your participation. Good job. Anybody else? Anybody? Hey, mister, I got one. All right, what is it? I could divide by 6. Okay, divide by 6. What do you get? Divide by 6. 6 times 4 is 24, and 6 times 5 is 30. My answer is 4 over 5. All right, so now that we know that it's 4 over 5, let's go ahead and put it 4 over 5. There's your m. Now you don't have to do all 4 ways, just pick one way. All right? See, all these different students did it in different ways. You pick which way you like it. All right? And let's go ahead and now graph it. All right? Y equals mx plus b, the same thing. See that? But the negative is going to go on top, so I'm not going to put it in the middle. So it's going to be a fall overrun. Fall overrun. So you're going to fall 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's okay for now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. Bam. There, it's going down. All right, so there's your graph. So an equivalent equation, you can't graph it, simplify it, and that's equivalent. It's the same. Okay, and that's it, guys.